Hi, I'm Miriam, and this is Chef Taffiny Elrod, and she is here to show us a recipe that she made. It is chocolate dipped banana keto chow popsicles.
Hey Miriam.
Hi.
This is one of my favorite recipes. Banana, chocolate, and peanut butter. Kind of doesn't get better than that for me when it comes to flavor combinations.
For sure.
And this is sort of a riff on the old chocolate dipped bananas, you know, like the
Gotcha.
seaside chocolate dipped bananas. We're gonna make popsicles. We've got some nifty little silicone molds here. And we're just gonna make some popsicles. Once they're frozen and set, we'll dip them in some sugar-free chocolate and coat them with crushed salted peanuts. And we are gonna use our banana keto chow,
Nice.
which I'm not always a big fan of banana flavored things, but this is really good. It doesn't have that overwhelming strength of flavor. Like, it's just really delicious.
Just a hint of banana.
Yeah, and it really goes really good with peanut butter. Oh, you know what? We don't have our nut milk.
Hey, there it is.
And now we do. And that's probably why I had a measuring cup. So, we
It's
are...
handy to get stuff from behind the camera.
I wish somebody would just be with me all day, just handing me things I needed. My life would be amazing. From just out of shot. Alrighty, so this one is also super quick and simple to begin with. All we're going to do is put our ingredients in the blender, blend them up, pour them into the silicone molds in the freezer. Easy peasy. So this is coconut milk. You can use any nut milk or any low carb milk that you prefer, ideally with a mild flavor. And unsweetened, of course. And we've got half a cup of cream, heavy cream. Just a tablespoon of sweetener. And as with a lot of recipes, you don't have to add that sweetener. You could leave it out and just let the natural sweetness from the keto chow do the trick. That is coconut oil. That's our fat here, is coconut oil, and unsweetened, creamy peanut butter. And then, of course, our banana keto chow.
Oh, I can help with that.
Goes. I'm just going to put it on the blender here. Give it a quick blitz, pardon the noise. And this is actually a pretty thick blend. It's almost like a pudding, so it's basically like a pudding pop.
Nice. Oh yeah, that's thick.
Yeah, and it actually tastes really good just like this, like a pudding
So you
as
just
well.
put it in a little container.
Yeah, so you could just eat it right like this. And I'm just gonna...
So it probably won't take as long to freeze either.
No, and you know what else is nice about it? Since it's so thick, after it's frozen, like if it starts to soften up and you're eating it, it won't just drip all over.
Because it's not just water.
Yeah, because it's not just liquid, so it's
not
not
just sugar water.
super messy. Get this out. Just get this in here. Just want to make sure the stick is really in there, that it's completely around that stick. So I'm going to tap this a little bit. I mean, everybody has a different popsicle mold. Oops. And if you wanted to, you could just put them in small cups and freeze them, or like little souffle plastic cups and just pop them out of there. Mine usually load from the top and I just put the stick in afterwards, so since this is this way, I'm just going to make sure it's completely in there. And of course, when you freeze things, they expand, so you don't want to overfill it.
Good point.
Because it just pop the lid off, I would imagine. Just going to try to keep it even there. And I'm just going to keep filling these up. We're going to freeze them overnight, ideally, because we want to dip them in melted chocolate, so we want to make sure they're frozen, that they're cold enough that the chocolate won't melt them. The chocolate, the frozen ice cream should make the chocolate set up.
Oh, real quick.
Yeah, not not the chocolate make the ice cream melt. And that's all she wrote.
And we're back. It is another day. We let these popsicles sit in the freezer all night.
That's right. So, and we want them really frozen so we can coat them with chocolate without them melting into the chocolate. And we microwaved our sugar-free, this is sugar-free milk chocolate, with some coconut oil, which is going to help it to be smooth and coat. And we are going to coat our popsicles with the chocolate and then sprinkle them with some crushed peanuts. And then throw them back in the freezer real quick to make sure the chocolate is set. And then that's it. And since this is going to be messy, I've got myself a surface to work over here. I actually, instead of trying to dip this right into the chocolate, I'm just going to pour it over and let it coat.
Look how cute.
Because you need a lot of chocolate if you want to dip. More than I would like to try to use right now. Just going to get both sides though.
And then I'm gonna eat it.
Okay, so I don't want so much that I can't see what's underneath, but I want a nice coating. If the chocolate starts to get too hard, because of course it's going to get cold, I can just very carefully put it back on the double boiler or back in the microwave and just give it a really quick warm over again. And while the chocolate is still soft, we want to add our peanuts so that they'll actually stick. Trying to be careful here with my... So see, it's going to be a messy process. Messily delicious, but that's why I've got a surface to work on.
Just take a spoon to this tray when we're done.
Yeah, you can just fold it up in the paper. Which is the other note, I have wax paper here, so these aren't just going to freeze directly or stick directly to the tray. This should come off of the wax paper really easily. We'll just put the whole thing in the freezer like that. Do another one. Oh, and here I have a couple that are still in the silicone molds. I loosened them up, but I'm just going to pull them out so you can just see mold. These ones look like sticks of butter.
It is a stick of butter. I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I just looked at them like, wow.
Popsicles.
Butter, popsicles.
Butter covered in chocolate.
And peanuts.
Covered in peanuts.
To be honest with you, I think I could get behind that.
Sounds good.
It'd definitely be like the most keto popsicle that's ever been known. It's just, what is it? Stick of butter. Mm-hmm. That, and if you add some bacon, I guess. It's okay, I'm gonna not be shy with the peanuts because I can always pick these back up and use them again once it's on there. How does that look?
Like a stick of butter.
Like a stick of butter. Or like a peanut butter banana pop covered in chocolate with salted peanuts.
Yes.
For the real kick. It's gotta
How
be
cute that popsicle mold is.
Yeah. With chocolate, you gotta have salted peanuts. If you can't do peanuts, you could always use another nut butter. You could do almonds in the mix. Or something else. And then crush up almonds to coat the outside. Every recipe is always adaptable.
It's crazy how pretty that is.
Right? Doesn't that look good? If you wanted, we could just leave one just in chocolate too, just because it looks so pretty. Or just dip half of it.
Yeah, do that one as chocolate.
And because this is frozen, the chocolate just immediately starts to harden in here, so it's not too hard to keep it on there. If you've ever dipped like a strawberry or something, sometimes it's a little hard to get it coated because it has a tendency to just want to run right back off. But
Guess you need to freeze the strawberries first.
well, you could. They'd be a little different texture once you ate them. Although I have had chocolate dipped raspberries like that. They're frozen and then dipped.
Yummy.
They're really yummy because inside it's like almost a liquid because they freeze and then they defrost. Yeah.
Nice.
So it's sort of a flavor bomb. How's that?
Beautiful.
Some more chocolate, I think. Or chocolate covered in butter. Now it's like a chocolate bar. Alrighty, I've got one more. That's it.
Yay!